Yeah, I'll get it. And we're up.
That was a big loss for Trump.
What's that?
The DACA thing.
What was that?
Well, they ruled that DACA is legal and it stands the way it is.
And that's what I can't see how they could be legal because
What is DACA?
Deferred, the kids who come in, the kids under 10 who come in with their parents.
Is that? But I like say because it was an executive order, and the president cannot do immigration. And I don't understand how that. I'm not saying it's not right or anything. I'm saying that I can't believe.
Well, I thought what Trump was doing was saying, look, this is not the purview of the executive branch. It is the purview of the legislature.
Exactly.
And if they wanted to pass a law, then pass a law.
And the Supreme Court ruled against it?
Yep.
See, I just cannot understand it. Of course, all they can need is one conservative to go with it because the rest, all the liberals went on it. So, how was the vote?
5-4. Justice Thomas Roberts wrote the opinion.
See, Roberts is really. So Robert voted for it.
Yeah.
I'd like to read his opinion. So Robert has done some really screwy things, boy.
Was he supposed to be conservative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a head guy.
But also Gorsuch voted with the LGBT thing. They never thought he would.
I didn't really understand. I don't know all what that was.
The court ruled that Title IX or Title VII, discrimination, applies to LGBT people as well as to women, minorities, blah, blah, blah.
You know what? I got to tell you, man, it's like they shouldn't be discriminated against. That was an easy decision.
And I didn't have a lot of thing on that.
Huh?
I didn't have a lot to say on that.
So Gorsuch was supposed to be very conservative.
Yep.
Wrote the opinion confirming that they are a protected class.
Well, why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't anyone be? I mean, as far as anything, right? I mean,
but see, what I've seen on the supposedly
Brent urges you to shop for your loan. He simply wants a shot at your business because he knows.
I mean, you shouldn't discriminate based upon.
And that's why I didn't have much of an opinion on that.
Everything to gain. For your next ideal home loan, ideal 30 seconds. 303.
But what I'm saying is conservative judges seem to go as they see the Constitution, but the liberal ones, they are always.
They're much more dogmatic.
Right, by God, they're just like that. It's but the thing on DACA.
All right, man.
Charges the cop who killed the Atlanta man with felony murder, aggravated assault, and 9 other charges. We'll talk about it at 2.
This is the Trouble.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com for inflammation, pain, anxiety relief. It helps with sleep. They have different formulations. Go to that website, RealCBDThatWorks.com from Panacea Life. And then you can get 25% off by putting Tom in the promo code, RealCBDThatWorks.com. We highlight products, services. We talk about issues, problems, questions, complaints. That's what we do each and every day on this show. So I'm glad you're joining us. And we also try to help people through what's happening in the world, like this pandemic shutdown and the special unemployment provisions for gig workers, self-employed people, other employees, the special $600 a week, is it a week? Yeah, extra. And there are so many other things. And people call us every week with questions about unemployment. And what we try to do is get someone right from the unemployment office to talk to us. Philip Spessart has been so helpful with us over the last few months or several weeks, and he's the branch manager of benefit services for the Division of Unemployment. If you have any unemployment issues, now is the time to do it. He's with us to answer questions, and you can call 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, or 303-MARTINO. Yeah, he can only be with us an hour, so let's get this done. 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO. Robert has a question. Robert, go ahead, sir. Welcome to the show. What's going on?
Oh, thank you, Tom. I actually have three, but I'll do the one.
No, you can do all three if you want. Just make them, as quick as you can. Go ahead.
Okay. So the first one is for Philip. I had initially filed the claim a couple months ago, and then we got back to work because of the PPP. Well, that ran out, so the company's out of money. Some of us got furloughed again. I went and reopened the claim, and when you request the payment, and for people who don't know, Philip will know, it was a split week. So 1 week I was working, 1 week I wasn't. And it looks like the claim was denied. It says something called active issue. I have no idea what that means.
It's called an active issue. Okay, let's talk to Philip Speshart. Yeah. Philip, what does that mean? First of all, if people are furloughed, if people are brought back to work and then furloughed again, they are eligible for this, aren't they, for unemployment?
That's correct. They would just they would reopen, or actually what we call filing an additional on their current claim. As Robert's kind of indicated he's done, he would have reopened the current claim, reporting the subsequent separation from the employer. I'm going to ask a quick question of Robert. Robert, when did you file the payment request? Was that just a day or so ago?
Yes, I think it was Monday.
Monday. And then when was it you checked where it told you there was an active issue? Was that just the following day?
I just saw it this morning. No, last night. It was last night when I first saw it. So I went and checked the status of it.
All right, so I may have to have you leave some of the information with Daphne just so I can look at it specifically. But since you talked about a split week, the first week that you had hours and earnings, do you recall if your gross amount of earnings was more than the weekly benefit amount?
I think it was. It was back to my normal pay that I was before the initial shutdown of everything.
Sure. So it's most likely the active issue is one that sets on there because that first week, with the wages exceeding the weekly benefit amount, it would prevent payment for that first week. Ultimately, a decision gets issued on that would deny the first week and then free up payment for the second week. But I can certainly look at the claim today and make sure that that's exactly what it is and that it's not some other issue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll give her the info. And then so the two other questions, and the one that seems more important is, when I initially filed the claim, it was about 3 to 4 weeks after we were initially laid off. We were trying to wait out because we didn't think it would be shut down as long as it was. Do you not get back paid from the date you were initially laid off? Is it just when you filed the claim? Is that how it works?
It generally is from when you just filed the claim. I will tell you that when individuals were first trying to file claims for the first couple of weeks in March, this would be something else to look at too. So in the first couple of weeks of March, everything was effective March 15th. We had some people who could not get in on Smart File to file claims. So on those individuals, what we did as a unit, it took my staff and we actually went through and we looked at manually all of those claims. And so we did look at some claims that were filed maybe the following week or 2 weeks later, and we did look at the last day of work on those, and we backdated those claims without parties making a request. We submitted payment requests for those. We simply inferred that those individuals had been trying to get in on Smart File, and Smart File wasn't stable until about 3-4 weeks in. When we start getting into April, it would cause a different issue. So when we're getting into claims filed after April 5th, we did not automatically do that. And that's because there's a quarter change right there, that first week of April, which changes the dollar amount.
So therefore, if they file now, it goes from the time they file, not retroactive?
Correct. That doesn't prevent individuals from requesting backdates. We've been extremely liberal on the backdate rule. the regulations usually don't provide for us to be as liberal, but we've been liberal this go around. So again, I can take a look at that also, Robert, if it's something that's not going to impact the claim. The problem is if it's filed in the newer quarter after April, our legacy system is one in which if we're trying to backdate it into March to pick up those dates, then we literally have to delete the current claim and refile a whole new claim over and try some of those weeks.
So, Robert, what was your third question?
I can get back with you.
So my third question was more about contact stuff, and maybe I'm just not reading things. The reason I went through the Troubleshooter show is because trying to call him, and I'm sure he knows that their phone systems are overwhelmed. There's really no other contact point that I see on there, like an email or, unless I'm missing something. I mean, how can people try to get through so we don't have to, all of us, jump on you guys to say,
how do we do this, Robert? I mean, Philip, when you're not on the show, are there people available to answer questions?
I think Robert makes a good point. So for individuals trying to file a claim, right, there is now a callback form online. So if they can't get in, those individuals trying to file a claim would go to coloradoui.gov. And then when they go into the claimant section, there's an area there for them to fill out a callback form. However, it has to be to file a claim. Still need to develop a better process to handle folks with questions. I will tell you, Robert, every week I get emails from Daphne, and every week I try to get those responded to. We have not set up a regular email or anything at work because those become just as loaded as the phone lines, and then it causes frustration for claimants. Also.
No, we understand. Patty has a quick question I want to take before the break. We appreciate your openness, Philip. Patty, what is your question?
Sure.
Hi. I've been trying to get a hold of unemployment. I call every day before I go to work. I haven't been able to get an answer.
Right.
I'm just trying to find out if I qualify.
And what? Give your situation.
I have an injury that occurred at a previous job last year, and it is affecting my job that I have now. It's aggravating it and making it worse.
That's a workers' compensation thing, isn't that, Philip? I mean, sounds more like workers' comp.
Yeah, my employers, the ones where I got hurt, don't carry workers' comp, so right now I'm in a lawsuit against them. Okay, so you're in a lawsuit against the previous employer. Okay, so if her job right now is affected by her ability to perform the job, how is it affecting you, Patty? It makes it difficult for me to walk. I'm constantly icing it every day. Well, are you re-injured? Because, you know, even if it was from a previous job, if you're on a current job and it gets worse, that could be a new claim. A claim with workers' comp. With workers' comp. I guess she's asking, Philip, if she has to leave this job because she can't physically keep up with it, does she get unemployment? I don't think she does. I don't know, Philip.
That's how I'm reading your question too, Patty. So it depends. There are sections within the statute that allow for unemployment benefits if an individual separates due to their health. There are some very specific requirements within there. Health either requires a change in occupation. Health requires that they refrain from working for a period of time that exceeds FML, or, if applicable, or employer's leave of absence policy, and I'll avoid the other one on health because it wouldn't apply here. There's also another section in the law that would provide for an award of benefits if somebody is physically unable to perform the current work. Now, you're in a lawsuit with your previous employer, and that's where it should be. But you should talk to a workers' comp attorney like Enton Law, Cliff Enton, on our referral list, because if a condition is, if you were at maximum medical improvement and you went to work, if this is a new condition or enhanced on the old one, it's not necessarily an old claim. It could be a new claim. So you want to check into workers' comp if you're having problems completing your job. We have more coming up with the Unemployment Insurance Division of the state of Colorado. And plus, we're taking other calls as well, 303-713-TALK. But these get priority for this first hour, 713-8255. Clear.
You know, Tom, this guy really gets kudos
Hey, Tom, I told us they're coming up in about 30 seconds.
Gotcha.
The crack of the bat and the roar
Who
of
gets kudos?
This guy Phil really should get kudos.
place to live.
Yeah, we do it for him every time.
You know, it dispels the fact that every civil service worker is a bum.
It's now the official bank of the Colorado Rockies. 10 seconds, down there. Here we go. Rooting louder than ever for your hometown team. Learn more at bankofcolorado.com/go Rockies. Bank of Colorado. There's only one. Member FDIC.
Joseph A. Lazara is a criminal defense attorney. Nowadays, you never know what can happen. People are getting into trouble. And, you know, some people are making mistakes. Some people get falsely accused. Whatever it is, you need a defense attorney. That's our system of justice. And I'm happy it is. And you copy down this name and keep it. You may have to refer a friend or a neighbor, possibly a relative. LazaraLegal.com. That's 2 Z's and 1 R. LAZZARA. LazaraLegal.com or 303-429-6200. Joseph A. Lazara can be found on my referral list at referrallist.com. He's been on there since day one. He will discount large cases for Martino listeners up to $500 off his services. Also, he can take care of you from the beginning to end with flat rate pricing so you know the price of everything up front. Joseph Lazara. Remember the name. Hope you don't need it. DUI, shoplifting, assault, or when life does not go perfectly. 303-429-6200.
Doctor's Real Friends. It's the Scrubs Rewatch podcast with Zach Braff and Donald Face On.
So we're going to do it like this. Every week we'll be coming to you talking about the next episode of the show. We'll hope that you'll watch it along with us because that's kind of the idea.
Join these Hollywood besties as they interview former cast members, directors, and even show creator Bill Lawrence about the wild nights, weddings, and everything leading up to this cult classic TV show.
And they'd be like, we just saw your movie. And I'd be like, oh, cool, thank you for going. Let me tell you about our specials. And it was like, only in Hollywood can you go see a movie and then have the star of the movie wait on you for dessert.
Together, Zach and Donald recall the intimate journey that built a lifelong friendship.
Oh my God, this is where it all originated.
Join fake doctors, real friends, as they remember their early success and try to figure out if the janitor was a figment of JD's imagination.
Well, you've already proven that time and time again, Donald.
Listen to Fake Doctors, Real Friends on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
When it comes to your mortgage, you know that a lower interest rate will help you save money in the long run. It can also lower your monthly payment immediately and help you build equity faster. It's true, and millions of homeowners can benefit now that mortgage rates are at or near the lowest in American history. So why not take advantage of a free mortgage review from American Financing? You can learn about new loan options that can save you up to $1,000 a month, maybe more. And you don't have to reset your loan term, meaning you're not paying for years you don't need. Best of all, there are never any upfront fees and never any obligation of any kind. So you truly have nothing to lose.
God, it sounds like Bolton's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Their mortgage consultants. They're even open.
I just can't believe that Trump didn't.
What's it money?
Huh?
I mean, he's doing it for money.
Of course.
Well, he's also doing it because he's got a big ego, and he wants to show that he was right and Trump is wrong.
So he is a war hawk.
The following is a true story.
I had a lady that was
I'm not sure why he was even.
And that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them.
This is a terrible one.
And that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or we'll give your money back. That's what makes us different.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-660-1771. That's 800-660-1771. 800-660-1771.
At some point, you're going to need a plumber. You might have a drain that's clogged. You might need a toilet installed or even a new faucet, maybe a garbage disposal. And God help you, you might even need an entire sewer line someday. When you need a plumber, you want to call Master Rooter. These guys have got great service and great prices. I've seen them save people up to 50% from the competition. Any job, big or small, Master Rooter Plumbing. 720-434-3406. 72.
Back in about 30 seconds.
406.
This report is sponsored by Discover. We treat you like you treat you.
Considerably cooler today. The high just 74. Clouds on the increase, showers and storms this evening. Down to 53 tonight with periodic rain likely.
He's only on for an hour, right? Some people are getting bored already on unemployment stuff.
Today, even if you're not a Discover customer. It includes your FICO credit score.
All right, 10 seconds. We're back.
It won't hurt your credit. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Debbie, go ahead, Debbie. What's happening? Debbie, you're on with Philip Spessart from the Division of Unemployment Insurance. Debbie?
Thank you.
Yes.
That's why I'm calling. I listen to you regularly, and I was interested in the topic today. We're a small business owner. My husband and I were a dental office in Colorado Springs. My husband got the PPP loan pretty quickly when it was available. We have 7 employees. We paid them immediately while they were at home before we could ever open. We opened April 27th. The governor allowed dental offices to open. We had our staff come back. After 2 weeks, our hygienist decided she was in the vulnerable stage and told us the 3rd week before she came back, the day before, that she was not returning until the executive order changed. She was going to be safer at home. So this has gone on since May. It's been a month now that she has stayed at home. It has a huge impact and hardship on our office. We have canceled probably 150 to 70 patients.
But you're not paying her, are you?
No, because of her not returning, we decided our staff that came back earned that PPP. So we are not paying her. But of course, in the meantime, she filed for unemployment, and we got a copy of that. We don't know if she has received it. We don't believe that she deserves it.
Okay. So what is your question? What is your question, Debbie? Your phone is breaking up, I think. Ants, is that her phone or is it my connection?
Yes, it's going a little in and out. Her.
So are you. Uh-oh. I might be having a problem with the station. Okay. Go ahead. What is your question?
The question is this employee eligible for unemployment when her job is open and needed?
Okay, good question. Is she eligible for unemployment?
Sure, there's a very real possibility on that. In fact, what you're speaking to, Debbie, is something we've had multiple employers over the past couple of months reporting job refusals to us, and they can do that online at ColoradoUI.gov. And there's a spot for employers to do it, and there's a form there to report job refusals. I looked this morning, so there's been well over 2,000 reported at this point in time. We would process those, look at those, and make a determination as to whether the individual may continue to receive unemployment benefits. I will tell you, if they can establish that they're within that vulnerable population, and we would also look at sort of the safety factors taken into play at the employer's work site. There was in the last executive order, one of the last executive orders from the governor specified the vulnerable population. So if parties are within a vulnerable population, they generally end up still being eligible for unemployment benefits.
Even when the job is available.
Even when work is available, if they fit within that vulnerable population.
If they are truly in the vulnerable, what defines a vulnerable population?
Most of it would be if you're immunocompromised, sorry, I can't speak today, and or individuals over 65.
Okay, thank you very much. Cynthia, what is your question? Cynthia, welcome to the show.
Hi, Tom. I've been listening to you forever.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm receiving unemployment, and I worked at the same job for 23 years, and I went from 40 hours a week to 12 hours a week.
Okay.
I'm doing the job attached. So my question is, the employer reported $36,000 of wages. My actual wages were $44,000.
Okay.
I filled out the request to correct wages form, and the decision, part of my work is to cover insurance and everything. They're going to use the $36,000.
Well, let me ask you something. So this guy over-reported your income? Okay, I'm going to have to reboot, Ants.
Yeah.
We can have
Tom, that's Cynthia's phone. Something wrong with her
okay,
phone.
okay.
Fine. Her phone is glitching.
Thank you, Ants. Thank you for being on top of that. Tyler, Cynthia, let's try to reestablish your connection. Tyler, we'll go to you right now. Thanks for letting me know that. Go ahead, Tyler.
Hi. So, I was actually let go from the airport here in Denver. Actually, on March 21st. March 22nd, I filed my claim, and for a while it sat in the system pending. It didn't actually go through. So I finally received a call from somebody and was told that I needed to refile the claim. And when I went to refile, everything was shut down. So I waited a little bit, and I've now exhausted all of my savings. I refiled.
So wait a minute. You filed way back in March 22nd. You haven't been working since then, and you've been unable to refile?
I just refiled about a month ago, and I've still been waiting on my PIN. I never received my PIN, so I'm still not receiving unemployment.
Philip, is that unusual? If this guy can document somehow that he tried way back then, is there something that can be done?
Yeah, and this is another one I would have him leave some information with Daphne so we can look at it. It sounds like a couple of things happened to you, Tyler. If you never received that initial PIN, then you weren't making payment requests. And so when you weren't making payment requests, after about 4 weeks, when the first one doesn't come in, it's going to shut down your claim. And so then that's why somebody ended up telling you need to reopen your claim. The problem with reopening the claim is if you didn't know to ask for a back date, then it may not have been backdated all the way to March 22nd. So we would need to make sure we have his claim reopened. We would need to make sure we fill out payment requests for him for those missing.
How does he get that done?
Issue a new PIN. So if he leaves information with Daphne, so
good.
First name, last four, I'll make sure it gets taken care of.
Tyler, this is good news for you calling the show, so hang on. Daphne will get that information for you. See, this is great. We love it, man. And as Deputy Doc said during the break, he said, Phil Spessart, I mean, this is showing that government workers do care and can really, really make a difference if they just are willing to do it. And he's been on the show now for weeks, and it's been great. Chad, you have a quick thank you to Phil, and then we'll go to break. What's going on, Chad?
So I called in a few weeks ago when I'm a gig worker and was having struggles and was going to email Daphne. And the next day after I got off the phone, everything was fixed in the system. I didn't email Daphne. I just know Phil told me there's problems. And he's obviously working really hard to solve these problems that are behind the scenes. And, you know, I'm just thankful that he's doing this and that he comes on the radio to talk to us because
great guy.
It seems like such an important thing. Yeah, I'm so unimpressed with the government, but boy, I'm sure impressed with Philip.
Yeah, and when he was talking about fixing that problem, you're living proof the next day it was fixed. Let's talk more coming up. I'm Tom Martino.
Clear.
Okay, I'm going to do these two lives and then do a break. I'm going to reboot quickly.
All right, I got you. I was going to ask if I'm going to put them at the end of the break so you can reboot.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, I'll slap them down then.
All right, thanks. Denver. I'm rebooting. I got to reboot.
Okay, sorry, what happened?
Just not.
I got a question, a trivia question for you, Dan. What was the only non-human to testify before a congressional committee?
Lassie.
Lassie?
I don't know.
Oh, I wouldn't think that.
Kermit.
Kermit the Frog?
Kermit the Frog testified.
On what?
About some...
On
I forget exactly what it was.
I thought it was on funding for
For PBS, it might have been.
I thought it was. So we'll see if this makes a difference. I got all these spots. I can do them anytime you want now.
So was the audio garbled from the callers? And I'm getting a lot of complaints.
I don't know. I was afraid a little bit of both, so I just wanted to.
It was garbled for a while.
Yeah, when Phil was even garbled, I thought, you know, I better do something. So. Okay.
A lot of bitching. Fuck the audio.
This new medicine is a combination of two of the most popular ED meds available, and we are pleased to be one of the first to offer it in the area. As a therapeutic practice, the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is open, and we're not like the online pill companies that offer a one-size-fits-all approach to ED treatment. Our practice offers many protocols, and our treatments are shown to have success rates as high as 90%. And please note, our offices are not in hospitals, and we always follow proper procedures to keep them clean and sanitary. It's time to treat your ED, and this new medicine could be perfect for you. Call us at 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900. All right, here we go, Tom.
Yep.
Just $99, you'll get a consult, blood work, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free.
You need to trust a roofer, and I trust Johnson Roofing and Restoration. By the way, they do commercial and residential, including flat roofing for commercial, multifamily, and they're a roofing tile specialist with a boneyard, which means they can match most tile no matter how old they are. They have one of the largest tile boneyards for full repairs and sometimes not having to replace the whole roof. And then they have hail-proof roof, and they have a guaranteed hail-proof with maximum insurance discounts. They recycle everything they do, and or about 95% of what they do. They're a green roofer, and he takes this job seriously. As always, you can trust them. They quote all prices up front. They give you full and complete estimates. I know Chase Johnson, the owner, and we have done business together. Johnson Roofing and Restoration. Here's what they go by: roofsbyjohnson.com on the website, roofsbyjohnson.com, 303-719-ROOF, 303-719-ROOF. All right. Another person I know and trust and I use on this show, Blake Harris, attorney at law for estate planning. Protect your legacy with MileHighEstatePlanning.com. When we talk about protecting a legacy, we're not talking about millions and millions of dollars, although he can help you too with a big estate. He can help with little estates, small estates. You may just want to protect your home and your bank accounts and make sure they're transferred properly. You want to keep away the vultures. He can do that. He can help you if you're facing probate right now. Did somebody die and you don't know what to do? Or you're planning it for your future or for your loved ones. Call Blake Harris, MileHighEstatePlanning.com, serving the entire Front Range and mountain communities. He also will do this. He will do night and weekend appointments, FaceTime, Skype, Zoom, whatever makes you comfortable. 720-924-6171. You can even text there, 720-924-6171. MileHighEstatePlanning.com. No problem. Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, when he said he had segments queued, did you hear him or did you get his email about segments?
Yeah, I have some best of segments that I can load up and get ready.
I would load one right now, just in case. And then, you know, we can always try to reboot. It seems rebooting corrects things.
If you own investment real estate, you ought to learn about 1031 exchanges and a special opportunity called a Delaware Statutory Trust, or DST. Mike Rosen here for my friend Wally Smith, CEO of Ridgegate Financial and host of the 1031 Show. Maybe you've done really well investing in real estate, but now you feel trapped with your investments, fearful of paying
Tyler come up?
taxes if you sell. Don't let taxes trap you. A DST could help you turn capital gain liabilities into an income-generating diverse portfolio.
Back about 30 seconds.
Pretty owner and take on the role of real estate investor. To learn more, call 303-GET-1031. That's 303-438-1031. 303-438-1031. Advisory services provided through AEA Wealth Management. Securities provided through Madison Avenue Securities. AEA Wealth Management, Madison Avenue Securities, and Ridgegate Financial are...
All right, this is Dave Moore.
Thanks.
Wow, this is the Dave Campus. Serious talk for serious cases.
Denver's talk station.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let's talk and find out what's on your mind and how we can help. We have Philip Spessart with us, Division of Unemployment Insurance for the state of Colorado. And Cynthia has a question. We're taking any and all calls right now. You don't have to wait like you might have to calling the state. Unfortunately, they're overwhelmed. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. The good news is also, if you listen, you'll probably get one of your questions already answered. Cynthia, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Can you hear me now?
Fine, just fine. Go ahead. So you were talking about income. Did you say your boss overstated your income?
Understated. He reported 36, and I actually made 44.
Why did he do that? Why did he do that?
Well, I sent every check stub into unemployment, and I got a decision back that said because of cafeteria plan or pre-tax for like medical insurance.
What does that mean? In other words, what he did was correct?
So they went on my taxable income instead of what I actually earned.
Philip, isn't that what they normally do? Go by your taxable income?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And I was going to assume, Cynthia, if you weren't able to call back in, I was going to assume that was your question and try to answer it later, which is, yeah, it would be on the taxable income. So the statute and law specifically excludes using that was withheld or not paid to you for a cafeteria plan. So then it reduces what your wages are considered under covered for covered employment.
Is this her phone again?
Yes, it's her phone again.
Cynthia, I don't know what's going on with your phone, but here's the bottom line. Let's just assume what she's going to say. Your benefit is based on your actual taxable income, not the other benefits, right? Philip?
Yeah, since we can't hear her, I would assume, yes, that is correct.
So therefore, she's mad. She's probably angry because she's not getting as much as she thinks she could get.
Right. It would have impacted what the value of her claim is on a weekly basis and a total payable. So it would be a little lower than if it had been $44,000, right? Then the weekly benefit amount would be higher.
Yeah.
The total payable could be higher, which also means it may be having another impact on her because she indicated she's still working. She's working reduced hours.
Yeah.
So it is possible that that lower amount is putting her either close to, or maybe she's actually earning more than her weekly benefit right now as a result of that. And so then she's not eligible to receive benefits.
I see.
Or she's receiving less than she believes.
But there's nothing you can do about it, right? Your income is your income.
Right, that's correct.
Okay, Mary, you have a question. Go ahead, Mary. Thank you.
Yes, I do. I was furloughed from my job at the airport in food service March the 13th. I filed for unemployment under my regular name, Mary Nell Gage. I received and set up a password. I received a confirmation number and I received a PIN by mail. But then every time I tried to go into my UI, it rejected. At first I thought it was rejecting the password. And but then I thought, well, maybe it's rejecting my name because my employer pays me not in my full name, Mary Nell Gage, but in my first name.
Well, did you ever figure out what was being rejected, Mary? Let's get right to that.
Yes, my name. So I refiled under Mary Engage with a new password, and I am approved for monies to be received sometime this week. But my unemployment claim is approved going back to mid-April.
Okay, we get it. So what happens in a case like that, Phil?
Yeah, and so, Mary, I'm assuming you weren't able to get payment for those prior weeks at this point, correct?
Yeah, that's what she's probably saying,
You are correct.
Yeah. So this would be another one, Mary, where I'm going to have you leave some information with Daphne so we can look at it. So if you had a claim on file back then, it is hopefully as easy as just reaching out to you and having you answer some questions related to your availability for work and whether you had any earnings during those weeks so we can get those input into the system to get you paid. As I understand it, since you couldn't log in there, it was keeping you from filing payment requests. So we can take care of that.
That's really cool. Thank you so much, Phil. People, you're hearing the government in action seriously, and we love it. So if you have questions, give us a call. 303-713-TALK. We are giving priority to these calls about unemployment, and I promise the other ones we will get to. I promise you that. Roy, you have a question. Phil is only with us till the top of the hour. Okay. Roy, what is your question?
Okay. So my situation is I've got rolling furloughs. So I'm furloughed 2 weeks, and I work 2 weeks, and I furloughed 2 weeks, and it just so happens that my filing weeks go between my furlough weeks. So like I work 1 week, that is on my filing. I will have worked 1 week and not 1 week, and worked 1 week and not 1 week. And ever since I filed, they sent me a thing saying that I'm getting X amount, it's like $600 some is my weekly benefit. But then when I file, they ask me all the stuff, and so for the week that I work, I tell them how much I've worked and how much I've earned. And then the week that I didn't work, I've worked nothing and I've earned nothing. But for some reason, when they pay it out, the week that I worked, I have no benefits and I receive nothing. But the other week, instead of paying me the $600 minus the taxes, they take out like $440 some. They give no reference to it other than just they say, benefit reduction.
Okay. So what is your question? Are you saying that's wrong what they're doing?
Well, they give me no explanation as to why they're doing it. It's not taxes. There's nothing that's taken out, and I've worked none. So why am I not getting that $600 minus the taxes?
Well, let's. I want to ask some basic questions first. Phil, when somebody works partially, they get partial benefit. Is that right?
Correct. So if an individual works during any given week, as long as they work less than 32 hours and they earn less than their weekly benefit amount, they receive a partial benefit during that week. There is a formula that comes into play. The first 25% right now, the first 25% that the individual earns doesn't impact what we pay them. So I'll just round it down and try to simplify it. If an individual's weekly benefit amount were $100 and they earned $25 during a week, they would still receive $100.
Got it.
If they earned $26 during a week, they would receive $99. The minute they get to $100, that 25% rule goes out the window and they don't receive any payment.
And do they also get partial federal, that $600? Does that become partial?
Oh. No, the federal, the extra $600 is a full $600 per week, so long as the individual was able to receive $1 in unemployment benefits from us.
Got it. So now getting to Roy's issue, you understand all that, Roy, but you're saying they're taking some money out, and you don't know why.
Yes, that's correct. So there's a week that I don't work at all. And for whatever reason, they're reducing my benefits by $400 some, then they pay out that amount of like $100 some, 185, I think.
Could it be they're taking the whole month or the whole couple of, they're averaging and then paying you a benefit every week?
But what he just said is based on every week. And, so that's kind of what I'm wondering is, are they taking my 2 weeks and averaging it and then paying out, but they pay nothing out for the week that I work. They say I don't.
Got a break soon.
Which I fully understand.
All right, hold on, Phil. I'd like you, if you understand what he's asking, if you could hang on, we'll come right back to you, and then we have another question for you as well. We'll try to sneak in a few more before you leave, right after this.
Clear. 1 minute till Become the Banker and Doug Pros.
Stay connected with your favorite shows on Denver's talk station.
Sign up for our newsletter email now at khal.com/newsletter.
Breaking news, weather, sports, and more from our community. That's khal.com/newsletter. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. We treat you like you treat you.
Travel around the metro area freeway system for the most part in fairly decent shape. Stall and accident free in the drive across town. Construction going to slow you down in a couple of spots on westbound 76. Westbound slow between 96th and 88th as the right lane's blocked off for road work there. And watch out for stop and go speeds in westbound 76 between Pecos and Sheridan as lanes are reduced in that stretch for road work. And Parker Road slow in both directions between Bayou Gulch and Pinery Parkway due to construction on that section as well. The weather forecast. Well, it's going to be sunny, a chance of afternoon showers today with a high of 75. Right now, partly cloudy and 61. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
Get your free credit scorecard.
Here we go. Become the Banker and Doug Pros. Sorry.
That includes your FICO credit score.
Both choice.
Your scorecard won't hurt your credit. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
Become the Banker is an investment strategy. Like instead of the stock market, what you would do is overfund a life insurance policy that belongs to you, and you do it on purpose, and they invest in the bond market, and you get a guaranteed 4% plus a 1% dividend because you're a mutual owner of the insurance company. This has been going on for years. People don't lose a dime, not even during the pandemic. Find out how you can be part of it. It's a realistic investment plan for retirement and for your life. BecomeTheBanker.org. BecomeTheBanker.org. We all know that cleaning is important. We want a clean home. Floors, hard surfaces, and ducts. Duct Pros has the most powerful vacuum on the market, truck mounted, 15,000 cubic feet per minute. And listen to this one, okay? This is what's important. We have, I think we're off right now. I think we just went off. Yep. Okay, so. Okay, I'm back. I don't know why that happened. I'm back.
Hi, Brian here with
Do you have me?
I've been lifting sinking concrete
guys
across the front range for over 25.
Okay, he doesn't have me. Gotta reboot. Gotta do this right. I gotta reboot this again. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Now I don't even, okay. Do you have me now? Hello? Hello? I gotta think they don't have me. Hello?
There everything went.
We're down. Okay, man.
Just terrible.
We're down again?
Yep. Yep. Okay, this has to be, this just quit. I'm going to reboot the computer. Restart. I'm just rebooting everything. I don't know, Dan. Fuck. I just don't know. Of all the fucking days to do it, too.
Yeah. I think you gotta go with the Windows-based. Give that a shot.
That has fucking nothing to do with it.
Yeah?
It has nothing to do with it. I mean, I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with it. I mean, we could play that game, but it's not. It doesn't even use the computer processor.
so intermittent.
Immediately